Welcome back. Kent Adams, co-host with Chris Patterson, guest co-host. How are you doing so far? You going nuts yet?
I'm enjoying it.
Is our drink catching up with us yet?
The coffee from Tom Sawyer is excellent.
Excellent. Good. All
Yeah,
right.
we all got our Tom
Yeah,
Sawyer.
look at this.
Yeah.
Everybody falls in line.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about the 811, the need to call, because if you don't call 811 and you cause a problem, you probably need someone with your services,
That's
guys.
right. Gotta
Because
call the attorneys.
you've got to call the attorneys. There's a cost involved.
Yeah.
We have Ryan McNeice from McNeice Wheeler and Tom Shrum. I didn't say it, did I? From McNeice Wheeler, the kid. We'll call you the kid. Okay.
There we go.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, good to have you.
appreciate it.
You'll need to share the mic.
Oh, we're fine.
Yeah, so we get you on. Not that everyone wants to listen to an attorney,
That's right.
but
That's right.
Enough attorney jokes. Coke and what was it? And the feds.
Coke and the Fed.
That's what you said. The topic is. Explain it, guys.
You got my attention on that one.
Yeah.
So there's actually a new trade secrets law
Okay.
for the entire country. It's a new federal law that just passed a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And you lead with Coke and the feds because, of course, the Coke formula. It's a famous trade secret.
Yes.
It's the one example that everybody kind of knows of.
Right.
And trade secrets can be a lot
and
of
Pepsi
things.
wish they knew.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, wow.
And trade secrets can be a lot of things. It can be customer lists, it can be financial data, they can be your personal information, and they can be a formula like the Coke formula. But Ryan's dealt with trade secrets in more kind of a local context too.
Well, I think as Tom's saying, Coca-Cola and the brand and the value of the brand and the value of what makes that product is worth so much that
Yes.
the laws in the United States protect the right to put the R&D into those products to protect that value. So that is a good national and global representation of trade secrets. Locally, what we see in our office quite a bit is non-disclosure agreements and protecting the proprietary information of small and medium-sized businesses. So, for instance, you would see potentially a financial or professional services type company that says, hey, I've come up with a system. I've spent the money, the time, the resources to create this. And the folks that come into that particular organization, if they were to leave and just use that proprietary information, that trade secret, if you will.
Yeah, because they didn't spend 24/7
That's
working
right.
on it, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
So once that information gets out there, someone can just duplicate it. So we have a lot of small and medium-sized businesses that protect those resources that they've created, their trade secrets, their proprietary information. And Tom in our office specializes in IP, intellectual property, trademarks, trade secret, copyright issues, and so it's something he deals with quite a bit.
How fun is that?
Oh, it's always interesting.
Interesting. Okay.
Because when you're dealing with people's intellectual property, you're dealing with some of the meat of the business.
Yes.
What makes your company interesting? What makes your company different?
Yeah.
And then it's helping all these companies through kind of some of the hard decisions. What do you keep a trade secret? What do you file a patent on? What are the different benefits of that? And so there's a lot of judgment calls. There's a lot of talking to people about their business, what's important, how do they use it, how do they expose it to other people. And so it's a real in-depth conversation. You got to get down into the nitty-gritty of people's business to understand what's the best way.
And Tom's making a real interesting point there for litigation purposes that we've seen in trademark litigation.
Oh, sure.
How is that exposed in commercial channels? So if some of that proprietary information is, for instance, we bring it here today and say, hey, let's put this information into a public channel. You've exposed that information and really lose certain rights to protect it.
Do
'cause
you?
You
Okay.
yourself
Okay.
promoted it.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole deal with trade secrets. Trade secrets are, I know what it is. I'm not going to
When
tell.
they're a secret.
Yeah,
Good point.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell anybody else what it is.
Right.
And if you steal that secret from me without me giving you permission,
Okay.
then I can stop you from doing that. But if
you put that out on the internet, you have a restaurant and a special syrup or something, and here's how you make it. you've lost probably a lot of your rights, haven't you?
All.
Oh, okay. All right. I was trying
And
to
that
be
is,
soft.
that's an interesting
Yeah.
example, Kent, because you do see that where the Red
Yeah.
Robins of the world
Yeah.
Right.
will put out their particular sauces or. But it is interesting to see that how there are these popular brands out there
Right.
that do put some of those products
And they
in
want to
the
do
mainstream.
it. They want to do it for their customers. You
Right.
know that they can have the secret sauce or whatever it may be.
That's right.
And then all of a sudden, though, they've given up their rights.
Right, and once again, this is how you have to go into each business and what's your business. If your Red Robin, is your business selling the salt, or is your business getting people to come in? And so you got to make a call, and you got to know about the business to make the call each time. So you got to get in there.
So what you're saying is, we need to talk to an attorney. Yeah. Okay.
a good idea.
Do you know a good one?
I see a couple right here.
Yeah, we've seen
Becky?
a couple around the office. Becky, yeah, Becky Wheeler would be a great option.
I give you such a bad time, Ryan, because she is the better looking one.
That's
I mean,
right.
I mean,
That's
no
right.
one's going to object to that.
Yep, we'll agree.
Is that politically correct to say anymore? I don't know.
That's up to you.
Do we do we care? The question is, do we care if it's politically correct?
That was a good legal answer.
Yeah.
I've been around lawyers enough. I know.
Yeah. Chris, do you find are there things within your business that you've had to keep in really internal how you do things, or software or things like that?
We've dealt with intellectual property, and we've actually had the same. I've spent many a times with the attorneys, and you go through case studies and court precedents is where you actually have to go out and prove that there's rights to protect what you've developed. I mean, it really is the secret. It's your success.
Yeah.
If you've spent years developing a product, sweat equity, loans, creation,
Yep.
I forget all the terms, but there's a lot of things that goes into it, and you got to protect what you've earned.
Well, yeah, and another thing to think about for any small business is your customer list is actually a big deal, because if an employee comes in and then they just